What's up everyone, Matthew here. Today I'm going to talk about my time in Beijing, China. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. China is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations, which lasts nearly 5,000 years. Ancient China was a land of invention. Their inventions were paper, magnetic compass, porcelain, silk, and gunpowder. China is located in the Asian continent, which borders with North Korea, Russia, Mongolia, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar or Burma, India, Bhutan, Nepal, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan. Their total land size is larger than the continental US. Despite the ongoing conflict between US and China through the news media such as Fox, CBS, ABC, and CNN, I still pressed on to visit China on what the country could offer and visiting the Great Wall, as it is the last place to fulfill my 7 world wonder goal. So I'm here at the Tiananmen Square located in downtown Beijing. I mean, even on the weekends, look how many tour groups are there and so many individuals are here. It's that packed. All right, so I'm standing here. Behind me is the entrance of the Forbidden City. There is a picture, an image at the entrance of Mao Zedong. So thankfully the Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City are right next to each other, which is pretty convenient. So just letting you know about that. I am here at the Forbidden City, located in downtown Beijing, which is where the Tiananmen Square is at. So this is a really cool part about coming to Beijing, is this part here in the Forbidden City. Of course, there's so many people. This gets packed very easily, even on the weekends. So I'm just letting you know, this is amazing to see all the architectures. I am taking the ski lift all the way up to the Mutianyu, the Great Wall. This is one of the cool parts about coming to the Great Wall. You can't take the cable car. Of course, it's gonna charge you. Either way, if you take the ski lift or the cable car, you gotta pay. So just giving you a heads up on it. All right, so I'm walking here on the Great Wall. I have to say, it is, because the wall is built on a mountain, it is not, flat. So it's very inconsistent. Think of it as a roller coaster. So I guess you could say this is like a hike. So if you plan to come to the Great Wall, make sure you come in with good shoes. All right, so I'm standing here on the Great Wall, which is one of the 7 world wonders. I have to say, just coming here, I feel very accomplished because I fulfilled my goal of visiting all of the 7 world wonders, and this is something I am super grateful about. Just really seeing this coming here, just really not just to understand why the Great Wall is one of the 7 world wonders, but just enjoying the view and the beauty of the nature around the area as well. So I'm just so grateful to come to the Great Wall. I am riding on a toboggan down. Look at all the people here behind me and in front of me. So this is another fun part of coming to the Great Wall, is riding a toboggan down the hill. All right, so I am here at the Summer Palace, located in northwest of Beijing. As you can see, there's a lot of tourists here, including the locals, not just from Beijing, but all over China. So, and the reason why it's so packed is because on Mondays, Forbidden Cities, museums, and Tiananmen Square are closed. I am riding on the rickshaw at the Hutong Alley. So this is one of the cool parts on coming to Beijing, especially if you ever come to the Hutong. I am here at one of the Hutongs in Beijing. So one cool thing about coming to the Hutong is just how historical the Hutong is. So, and there's so many shops, restaurants, it's insane. So this is definitely a place to go. So I'm standing here at one of the pagoda villages located in Yunshan. But as you can see, though, usually looking at the pagodas here, they're actual burial grounds for famous Buddhist monks, which the pagodas can range the height from about 14 meters to about 20 meters, which is pretty high. So I am here at the underground tombs. Within the Ming tombs, it's called Dingling. So Dingling is the only place where you can actually go underground in the tombs. Others you cannot. But it's coming here, it's so chilly. I recommend that if you get cold very easily, bring a jacket or a light long sleeve clothing. But and also it's very hollow here, so you won't hear a lot of loud noises very easily. Otherwise, you'll hear the echo. But this is one of the cool parts of coming to China, which is the Ming tombs. Definitely go to the Dingling. I am currently at the Red Theater, located off of the Temple of Heaven East station. So I'm here just seeing the acrobatic show, which I'm definitely excited about. So they say it's about 1 hour long, but I'm going to show you some of the clips of the shows. And this is definitely, so Acrobat or Peking Opera is definitely a place to go when coming to Beijing. just had the acrobatic show. I'm not gonna lie, that was a one hell of a performance with the girl holding the piles of bowls and the motorcycles and the one with the chairs. I'm gonna say it's totally worth it. Go to the acrobatic show. As for some maneuver tips, here is the first part of the maneuver tip, which is getting there. First, check to see if you qualify to enter China without a visa. I will post the list of the eligible countries in the description below. If you do not qualify for the free visa, you have two options depending on your nationality. The first one is the visa-free transit. There are many restrictions and requirements you will need to follow. Again, I will put it in the description below. And the other one is the tourist visa. For more information, check with your local China embassy or consulate near you. As for the visa, I managed to get a tourist visa through a company called the Passport and Visa Company based in Austin, Texas. Shout out to that agency for helping me out a lot. Another maneuver tip, and this is while you are in China, I will provide 12 things. I know it's a lot, but they're all very important information that you would need to know in order to have a successful trip there. The first tip is you need to have a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. This is because China censors most of the social media sites and websites that you're accustomed to from your home country. For example, they block Instagrams, Facebook, WhatsApps. So this is an example of censorship. So the best way to use the VPN is I would recommend using Nord or Surfshark. Another one is the public transit. Their public transit is amazing. The bus and the metros. So it is so safe and clean. You do not have to worry about if something bad will happen to you. Another thing is anytime when you enter the metro stations, you will have to go through security. Another one is if you prefer to use taxi, such as Uber or Lyft or Grab, unfortunately, China does not have neither of them. Instead, if you prefer to use taxi there, you have to use an app called Didi. Another tip there is air quality. Now, I know for people who traveled there prior to 2013, yes, you have to wear a mask due to very bad air quality there. The good news is, since 2013, their overall air quality improved by approximately 64% due to the law limiting the use of gasoline-powered vehicles and banning coals and replace them with electric and gas. You do not have to worry about wearing a mask there, so you should not have a problem. Another one is if you have some concerns about your travel in China, I would recommend having a tour guide. Having a tour guide helped me a lot in navigating throughout the city, knowing the culture. My recommendation would be to take the 2-day group tour through a company called Travel China Guide. Another tip is using map apps. Unfortunately, Google Maps is completely useless there. So yes, China does have multiple map apps they use. The problem is that they're all bad. However, there is an app called AMAP, which is considered the best of the worst. So if you prefer to use the map app in China, you best use the AMAP. Whenever you go to the museums, such as the Forbidden City or the National War Museum, you have to scan your passport and you have to get your picture taken. Yes, it is weird, but that part was implemented since COVID-19. Unfortunately, you will have to bring your passport if you plan to go to the museums in China. Another tip is most people there do not speak English. If the language barrier is an issue, I would recommend using a translate app such as Google Translate. The next one is if you plan to go to the Forbidden City, I'd recommend do not go there on a Saturday because Forbidden City has many tourists, not just international, but domestic. And the line is very long that you could be stuck in line for as long as 2 hours. Also, museums in Beijing close on Mondays. So plan ahead if you plan to go any of the museums in Beijing. Another tip is payment. if you prefer to pay by credit card or debit card, make sure you link it with an app called Alipay. Another tip is tipping. The good news is tipping is not required in China. Another one is that it is also a barter culture country, which means you can negotiate on items in clothing stores and souvenir shops.
I hope you enjoy watching my time in Beijing, China. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Bye.
I'm Matthew. If you enjoyed watching the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos as I plan to visit every country in the world.